Hello girls, I am Dr. Sonal Desai, a gynecologist by education and a friend, philosopher and guide for all teenage girls like you. This is what I do.
Growth, transformation, change is the way of life. At a certain age, change may seem unnatural, but it's the most natural phenomenon. It may sound unfamiliar, but it helps you know your true self. It may feel extremely difficult, but a helping hand can ease you through it. Dr. Sonal Desai is such a friend, philosopher, and guide, helping teenage girls during their tender age of change.
Girls, you all get two kinds of knowledge at your age. One that helps you to make a good mark sheet and other that helps you to shape your personality. Today, I am going to give you a third kind of lesson. A lesson that would not just enable and empower you to make a good mark sheet and an impressive personality, but also lead you to live a healthy, happy and safe life. The question is how? Let me give you an example. Imagine in middle of a night, you are walking alone on a path with no lights around. It's pitch dark. You can barely see the road you are walking on. In such a situation, what will be your state of mind? How will you walk? You will be scared, you will walk slowly, and you will be frightened that you might fall in a pit or hit a stone. And I am sure you don't enjoy the journey. But if I give you a flashlight, a torch in your hand, you will be able to see the path you are walking on clearly. How will you walk now? Confidently, promptly, and most importantly, responsible enough so as not to fall down. Presently, you all are walking on path of adolescence with the darkness around due to lack of correct information about your health and sexuality. Today, I am going to give you a torch of information that will not just prevent you from falling, but also make you walk confidently without any fear and help you to make the right choices. Girls, as a woman and a gynecologist, I know how important it is to have correct scientific information at your age. So before we begin, I will like you to understand few basic concepts. What is adolescence? According to WHO, 10 to 19 years of age is called adolescence. Why do you need this information at this age? Because this is the age when major body changes happen. This is a period of transition when a young carefree child becomes a responsible adult. It is a journey of a girl on an unfamiliar path of girlhood to womanhood. And girls, presently you all are walking on that unfamiliar path. As you see and feel the changes happening in your body, naturally you will have a lot of questions and queries. So where will you get the answers from? A friend or relative, newspapers, magazines, movies or internet? These all will provide you an information. But will that be a complete scientific information that you all need? Usually, the information you get from this source is incomplete and most of the times non-scientific. Often it harms you more than it helps. So all that you need is the right information at the right age. Let us have all scientific information. Trust me, all this information is very interesting and is going to be very useful in your life. So I invite you all to listen and see this presentation with an open mind. Our physical body is made of different systems like cardiovascular system, digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system, etc. each of this system is made of different parts. Each system has a specific function and each has a specific location in the body. What you are seeing right now is a cardiovascular system. This system consists of the heart and blood vessels. The heart is made of unique cardiac muscles and acts as a pump. The function of cardiovascular system is to circulate blood in the whole body. The heart is located in the chest and the blood vessels everywhere in the body. This is the digestive system. It consists of esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Majority of the parts of this system are located in the abdomen. And the function of digestive system is very simple, to digest the food. The other most important system is the female reproductive system. It is located in the lowermost part of the abdomen called pelvis. This system consists of uterus, which is made of smooth muscles and has capacity to expand. Cervix, the lowermost narrow part of the uterus. Right and left ovaries, right and left fallopian tubes, and the vagina, which is an elastic muscular tube-like structure that connects the uterus to the exterior of the body. What is the function of reproductive system? Like the function of digestive system, function of reproductive system is also very simple, to reproduce. Means to produce a new individual of the same kind. Now that you know about the physical body and different systems, it will be easier for you to understand the changes that happen during adolescence. Majority of the physical changes in your body at this age are external, one which are visible, like increase in height and weight, development of breasts, development of axillary and pubic hair, appearance of pimples and vaginal discharge. There are also internal changes which are not visible but its effect can be experienced. This includes activation of ovarian function, ovulation and the onset of menstruation. We will see them in details in next slides. Girls, you all must have experienced or are going to experience the above changes. However, the interesting part is to understand how these external and internal physical changes happen and what triggers them. Let us understand the science behind these changes. This is the human brain. A very important gland is situated in the center of the brain known as pituitary gland. The function of this gland is to secrete different hormones. But what is a hormone? A hormone is a chemical substance secreted in a gland, mixes with the blood and soon reaches to its target organ where it acts. In the pituitary gland, certain hormones like growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, parathyroid hormones and ACTH are secreted since the time of birth. Whereas certain hormones like FSH, follicular stimulating hormone and LH, luteinizing hormone, start secreting at around the age of 8 to 9 years. You need not remember the name of hormones, only understand their effect in your body. Once hormones FSH and LH are secreted in pituitary gland, they mix with blood and reach to their target organs which are the ovaries. In response to this stimuli, the ovaries start secreting hormones estrogen and progesterone, which are also known as sex hormones. So, combined effect of pituitary hormones and sex hormones brings forth all the external and internal physical changes as well as psychosexual changes. Let us see the external changes again. Under the influence of hormones, there will be increase in height and weight. There will be development of breasts. The development starts around the age of 10 to 11 years and it takes 3 to 5 years to complete. There will be growth of hair on external genitals and axillary area. After external changes, now look at the internal changes. For that, let us first understand the function of the ovaries. These are ovaries. Ovaries store oocytes or female eggs. Around 10 lakh female eggs are stored in the ovaries at the time of birth, and they all are in primary or immature form. This nearly decreases to 4 lakh when reaches to adolescence. Earlier we learned that around the age of 8 to 9 years, hormones estrogen and progesterone start secreting in the ovaries. Once they are secreted, immediately they mix with the blood. So gradually that blood level increases. Around the age of 12 years, these hormones reach to the critical or the effective level. When they reach to this effective level, one of the female egg gets selected. This selected female egg then gradually becomes mature and increases in the size. On the 14th day, it comes out of the ovary and the process is known as ovulation. As you see in the video, this released female egg will immediately enter the fallopian tube. In the fallopian tube, if sperms or male eggs are available, then fertilization of that female egg will take place by one male egg. But if the male eggs are not present in the tube, then the female egg will move forward and enter the uterus. From the time the female egg gets selected to the time it enters the uterus, some changes take place in the uterine lining or inner wall under the influence of hormones. This is the inner wall of the uterus known as endometrium. There will be an increase in the thickness of the endometrium. There will also be an increase in the size of underlying blood vessels and the glands. Girls, now begin the most important part, which explains how the menstrual cycle occurs. It requires a high level of hormones to sustain this thickened inner wall. As hormone level fall down around 28th day, the inner wall of the uterus starts breaking and from that bleeding starts. This blood gradually comes out of the uterus and the vagina. This is called initiation of menstruation or menses. It takes 5 to 7 days for the inner wall to get removed completely. So the menses lasts for 5 to 7 days. The same process happens again next month. Under the influence of the same hormones, another female egg will get selected, grow and get ovulated and enter the tube. And on the 28th day, the lining will start breaking and bleeding will start again. This happens every month. Girls, till what age do you think these cycles continue for? These menstrual cycles continue till menopause. Menopause is the age when menses stops coming every month. Why will it stop? Because all the eggs in the ovaries have been utilized by this time. Here, I would like to give you some relevant information about menstruation. Menarche. The first menstrual period is called menarche, the age of which varies from 9 years to 16 years. If the period does not start till the age of 16 years, then one should consult a doctor or gynecologist. Usually, cyclical bleeding occurs at the interval of 21 to 35 days, which lasts for 3 to 5 days, maximum up to 7 days. This is called normal menstrual cycle. Girls, but what is important for all of you is to understand how to manage your periods. The most essential thing is to keep yourself clean. Many girls use sanitary napkins, some use dry cloth. You can also use a sanitary tampon or a menstrual cup. The important thing is change the napkin, cloth or tampon every 6 to 8 hours even if it is not fully utilized. The reason is that it has blood and secretions on it. As blood is a very good medium for bacteria and germs to grow, if you use the sanitary ware for any longer, then it can cause vaginal and urinary infection. So change them at appropriate interval. How to dispose of the used pads? Wrap the pad in a newspaper or put it in a paper bag and discard it in its assigned dustbin. If you are using a dry cloth, make sure that you dry it in direct sunlight to kill the germs. Clean the genitals with water and dry it every time you go to the washroom. Premenstrual syndrome. It is a group of symptoms that some girls suffer from few days before her periods. This includes mild cramps, breast tenderness, headache, mood swings, abdominal bloating and aggravation of acne. Usually, healthy food habits and regular exercise take care of premenstrual syndrome. But if it affects your daily routine, then you should see a doctor. Girls, menstrual cycle is a physiological body process. Lastly, I would like to talk about important topics related to your health. Diet and nutrition. Teenage is the time when maximum growth of the body happens. And for optimal physical growth, we need carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. A diet in which all these components are present in appropriate amount and proportion is called a balanced diet. Your body needs this diet. At the same time, what kind of food you like the most? Fast food, right? The problem with fast food is that it is not a balanced diet that the body needs and is many times not hygienic either. So don't take fast food very often. Also, snacks between meals have no nutrition value and gets deposited as fat. Avoid fried snacks between meals. At your age, girls are very conscious about figure. There is nothing wrong with that. But to maintain your figure, if you don't take sufficient amount of food or you miss a meal, is an insult to your body and it affects your health. At your age, having a healthy and fit body is important than being thin. So what should you eat to keep your body and mind healthy? Balanced diet. All homemade food which you eat regularly at home is a balanced diet. Take plenty of green leafy vegetables and pulses as they are good source of iron. Eat plenty of fruits. Take a good amount of milk, paneer, curd and buttermilk. You get good amount of calcium from these sources. At your age, you should take a high amount of calcium. The reason is when you take calcium in food, it gets absorbed in the digestive tract and mixes with the blood, and when you exercise, this calcium gets deposited in your bones. Thus, the bones become strong. Whatever strength you gain during teenage is maintained during the reproductive period. After menopause, that is after age of 49 to 50 years, as the levels of certain hormones decrease, bones will start losing calcium and start weakening. If you make your bones stronger at this age, then the weakening process, that is osteopenia and osteoporosis, will be slower. Avoid drinking cold drinks. They have lots of empty calories. Developing healthy food habit is very important at your age. Along with a balanced diet, regular exercise is important for you because it helps you maintain your mental and physical health. You need to exercise every day for 30 minutes. Exercise can be done in various ways like brisk walking, running, cycling, dancing, skipping and playing outdoor games. Girls, if you develop two habits, eating healthy food and exercising regularly at this age, then mostly you will not face any health problem in future. Thank you for watching and understanding the presentation. Now girls, you all have become partners in our cause. Share the knowledge you gain with others in need. Share happiness. Goodbye.